It's time to grab our guitar pick, and we are going to break down all the guitar techniques that I use professionally as a musician and that I've learned over the years that have come in handy quite a few times, and how we apply them to our guitar playing. So this is going to be our picking guide for y'all. So if you're new here, my name is Luan. I'm a professional musician. I graduated from Berklee with a scholarship, and this is a lesson from our guitar course of our free online music school, which is available for all of y'all to learn how to get practical music advice and start crushing in music as fast as possible. So let's just get back to this right away. So if you haven't watched the previous how to build a technique video, any guitar technique that you're ever going to learn, I would highly recommend don't jump in and do guitar exercises. It is a bit of a waste of time, especially if you are time poor, which most people are. And if you're part of like the 1% of musicians that like you're going to become a professional and you play 10 hours a day, then I would highly recommend you do some exercise practice, but keep it at like 10% of your playtime. Now, when building picking technique, ideally you want to pick up your guitar picking technique from playing songs. So there's going to be songs that will come up that are going to be quite challenging, and there's going to be some picking techniques that you're going to notice, and you're going to be like, oh man, how am I able to get like the sound that this person has? And so I'm just going to go through the different things that might be happening in songs that you are stuck with, and these are the picking techniques that they're going to be using. So right off the bat, you have what we call downstroke and upstrokes in our picking process. So downstrokes sound like this, and upstrokes sound like this. They sound pretty much the same, but there is like a little nuance in the attack of how the notes come out. Upstrokes tend to have like they're a bit lighter because there's sometimes a lot less force, but obviously great alternate pickers, which is the first technique that we're going to go through, they even it out. So alternate picking is going to be going downstroke, upstroke, one after the other. And you're going to see that in a lot of songs that you play. So like down, up, or very, very simple. Like there's nothing crazy happening here. So it's a very, very simple thing to do. You're just going down, up, down, up, down, up. And it's a really natural thing because with the picking, you want your picking to kind of like be on autopilot. So anytime you're struggling with a song, get the picking down, like understand like, okay, where the note's going? What is my right hand doing? And then as your right hand goes into autopilot of like, it just knows where to move. Then you can start getting more of the nuances of the rhythm out and start thinking more about the phrasing of like whatever you're trying to play. So that's the first one, just alternate picking. It's just going down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, the next one is evolving from that called economy picking. So economy picking is trying to make the easiest possible path to playing whatever it is you're trying to play. So sometimes you'll be moving down strings and you don't want to be going down, up, down, up, down, up. You might want to be going just down, down, down because it's just like kind of moving through where the notes are. So this is an example of me doing like alternate. So I'm going down, up, and then I need to go down, like say, for instance, 2 strings. So then I'm going to go down, down, up. So down, up, down, down, up. So that's an example of me economy picking. So just think of economy picking as saving energy towards whatever you're picking. You don't want to be going and smashing out like alternate picking lines everywhere that you go. There's going to be a bit of a blend. So there'll be like parts that you might do like down, up, but then sometimes it'll be just like down, 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 and you're moving down the strings. So it's or up, up as you're moving up the strings. So that is all that's happening when we get to economy picking. So again, when you hear a song and you might have to move through quite a few guitar lines, I would say an example of this would be like Snow. It's like a Red Hot Chili Pepper line. So you can see I'm going down, 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 up. Or whatever it is. Haven't done it in a while. It's a cool song. So that's where I would be adding some economy picking. And sometimes I think some people can do it. You can do it. you can alternate pick it, but you can see how much slower it is for me. I have to kind of think about it. So yeah, that's something that's happening. And seeing as we're on the theme of Red Hot Chili Peppers, the next one is string skipping. So string skipping is a picking technique that you can do where you're just alternating between strings, and you're going to be moving back, as like I said, always moving towards your alternate picking or economy picking, whatever functions the best. You're going to do some combination of that, and all we're doing is just skipping strings. So you might hear a song that goes, so I'm going down, up, down, up, down, up. So you can see I'm just doing like combinations of alternate picking, and then I'm skipping between strings. So that's something that happens that you'll hear in a lot of songs. Chugging is another picking technique. So this is where you'll be doing just kind of one action and not alternate picking. So this is, you're going to pick like downstroke only, and you're going to just be going like, I mean, like one song, you hear it a lot in rock music. It's really like a great. It just sounds so good because the downward force of a down pick can be quite strong, and so getting that, because if I was going like, you can hear how there's like this. It just sounds too clean when it's alternate picked, whereas when it's going just downstrokes, you've got like all this force all the time. And you can be quite aggressive. So picking techniques are kind of like they bring out a certain part of the playing, and they bring out a certain sound. So that's the chugging. Now, the next one, this is a really advanced one, and probably the last one that we'll talk about that I kind of use in my playing, is sweeping. Now, sweeping, I'm not a metal guitarist, but you'll hear a lot of great metal guitarists do this. I picked it up because I wished I could play like a guy called Jason Becker. He has this amazing song called Altitudes, I think, and it's really, really cool. Heaps of sweeping lines. But what it is you're essentially going to be playing through arpeggios, which is like the structures of chords that you would you're just isolating the notes within the chords, and you're going to be moving and doing economy picking really fast. So it's almost like you're economy picking. You economy pick so fast that it looks like you're sweeping through the notes. One arpeggio shape that I do this all the time in is this minor arpeggio shape. So economy picking wise, it would go down, 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 up, down. So up. So you see I'm going down, down, down here. And then when I'm coming back up, I'm going up, up, up. Now, what I do when it comes to sweeping, you're going to be moving so fast through the downward sweep or upward sweep. What you're doing is the notes, you're going to push down, release, and as you push down on the next one. So there's no ringing of notes. You don't want to go, because that's like you're playing a chord. So the sweep has to be like, so you can hear that. I'm very bad at it, but sometimes say I'm jamming out and I'm like, that's where I'll add it. I'll do like this downward sweep. Anyway, the more I do it, I'm like, oh, it's so fun. But you put distortion on that and it sounds pretty cool. So like I said, I'm not much of a sweep picker, but it is a technique that I picked up, and it is great picking. It's a good trick to have in your toolbox, where like if you do need it, and for one moment, say you're in a solo, you could drop a quick sweep and it sounds kind of cool. And yeah, that's what it's all about. So we're going to move into other techniques in another video, but these are all the ones that you need with specifically with a guitar pick. And in our finger picking one, I will go over hybrid picking, which will also use a guitar pick, but it's more of a finger picking technique that you can start applying. All right. Well, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let's go.